The puzzles with the get, don't burn all the cash you sent. Jealousy's good for you. What can I do? Get a gun like Mazzaloo. Cold rockin', mailman stocking. Find me a pipe to put the rock in. Very large for a diamond pen. Who, what, how, why, where, when, when.
Welcome to Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book. Hello, everyone. That was not our regularly scheduled theme song. I was just trying something out. But that was actually Mr. Mike Doty from his Patreon. I was just catching up on some music over there. We like Mike. Oh yeah, me and my brother were talking about him on the last show. Okay. I've been drawing. I've been trying to keep up. I don't think I'm going to post my drawing today because I've been trying to. I tried to step it up on this one like I did yesterday. I don't like this one as much as I like yesterday's. I'll show you yesterday's first. Okay. So there's our TMNT inspired unicorn soldier guy. Yeah. And these are drawings I post to Twitter and Instagram. I try to post something every day. Like I say. This week has been extra rough because I'm on a really strange schedule, but with apologies, I try to post every day. Here's what I'm working on right now. It's not finished being colored, but I'll post that maybe in the morning. We'll see. I just ate a bunch of pork sausage with, like ground pork sausage with mushrooms and cheese sprinkled in it. Been eating a lot of low carb foods, I think. I don't know. I'm trying to I've been trying to get a little lose a tiny bit of weight. Because getting a little paunchy. Let's see. I'm gonna start by finishing yesterday's page that I started. I'm gonna try and go till closer to 10 o'clock. I might have to cut out a little before 10 o'clock. Might be a good idea. But that page shouldn't take too long to finish. Not too long. And then one of my favorite pages, I'll at least be starting. I got to do the panels for this one too. But this will look good. And then we've got two new characters here. Neinerman, and he's like a little suck-up devil guy. And then Boris, who is like the security guard. It's kind of just mood setting panels, no dialogue. Okay, let's get into the art. Here, I'm gonna turn it this way. I keep losing my camera's the camera always comes undone when I turn it back at the end of the show. And I don't know. Just trying to prevent it. Okay, let's Look at this page. It's all this page that I kind of test my ink on, like kind of find my point. It's all curled up. That's driving me crazy. Okay. So I'm gonna fill this in. I felt like I had stuff to talk about. And then the camera turns on. And I'm like, duh. I don't know. You know how it is. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't know my struggle. The schedule is kind of lonesome for me. This like nocturnal schedule I'm on. I don't see anybody. Well, also no, usually I do. I don't know where my my roommates have been lately, but they are not home in the evening this week. I saw one of them on the way to out the door to work briefly this morning. I'm sure they'll be coming in the door any minute now, ready to lavish me with hugs and gifts. I'm a needy roommate. I need gifts upon my roommate's return home every time. No, that's not true. Who am I, Sheldon from Big Bang Theory? I don't think that was a thing. So let's see. Yeah, so if you look at my so the link to my Twitter and my Instagram is below in the description. If you look at my two most recent posts, and if you look at this page, you'll see I'm trying to give a little more attention to line weight. And as such, I may go back and address some lines in the previous pages. We'll see. Because I don't want my images to just be dead on the page. The line weight adds a lot of life. It separates it out, so it kind of brings the page to life. If that makes sense. I don't know how on screen I am right now. How's them apples? Granny Smith enough for you? My apples will never be Granny Smith enough for you. Your Granny Smith palate is insatiable. Oh, maybe it wasn't the last show. Maybe it was 2 shows ago. I forget. That I had Liam on talking with me. Yeah, it was 2 shows ago. Not last show. I just realized I said that at the beginning. I like when the camera's back here a little bit, because I can tell I won't be knocking my head into it. Sorry, everybody. No shots today. I always tell the audience to take a shot when I bang my head against the camera. But right now it's next to my face. And I can see it, and I'm more aware of it. And I will not be banging my head for the time being. Unless I really screw up a line, then I'll be like, stupid, stupid, stupid. You know? I'll be banging my head in that nature. This is me just talking to myself. Life is fun. So, I never remember to say this at the top, but my name is Ryan O'Connor. Though I guess I did say that, actually. I'm Ryan O'Connor. I'm a cartoonist. I'm making my first graphic novel. It is called Bonehead. It's going to be a 230-page book about. And I'm also looking into the idea of breaking it up into issues, so I can. So the full book is going to be in color. I don't know how long it's going to take me because I've never done this before. But we're one way or another, we're going to make it happen. And but I'm considering breaking it up into black and white 24-page issue comics as I go along. This here is the last, would be the last page of issue 2. So again, I'm doing this all for the first time, so I don't know the timeline on when those might be available, but I'm trying to make it happen. Yeah. And then momentarily, I will be starting that page 1 of what would be issue 3. So Bonehead is my comic about this little bucktooth skeleton guy who works at a poison factory. And he's decided he's trying to get his life together. So he's going for a promotion. He's going to ask his girlfriend to marry him. He's trying to take himself a little more seriously and not screw off as much. And then he finds out that the poison factory is closing its doors, or is going to be shutting down, and he's going to be out of a job, which is messing up all his plans. And so he does some snooping and finds this top secret project and steals it so the factory cannot close, which inadvertently gets him embroiled in this big sci-fi fiasco. And that's my story. That's Bonehead. And it's got cool characters. We've got Mort here, who's a devil guy. It's kind of Bonehead's drinking buddy, but he's also his direct supervisor at work. I imagine he got Bonehead the job to begin with. And his girlfriend is a little ghost girl who is a waitress at a restaurant. And then this book has interdimensional travel, space travel. There's aliens, there's giant monster bugs. It's going to be fun. In fact, I believe it would be in issue 3. So in the forthcoming pages, we'll get to see our first. Oh, it's okay. Issue 1 would be, if you watch my previous inking page streams, you'll see issue 1 is kind of a backstory about a character who's coming up in the current story. So it's like a scene from one character's life many years ago. Kind of sets up the whole story. And then this issue 2, we're introduced to Bonehead and the fact that he's trying to get his life together. And then he's kind of like still hacking it at work. It's like he got a promotion, but he's still screwing up. And that's issue 2. Issue 3, Bonehead's in trouble at work, but then he overhears his bosses talking and does some snooping. But some really freaky stuff goes down. There's a big issue 3 is going to be cool, which I start drawing tonight. Start inking tonight. This is his barrel of corks back here. Tea. Okay. Let's get this point back. I'm going to try and keep these lines thin so they stay in the background. Is somebody home? People might be home. Ooh, speaking of Mike Doty, actually, it was the reason that I was trying to catch up on his Patreon. He just teased that Patreon members are going to be getting an LP vinyl soon. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I currently back at $5. But he recently sent out to all $5 backers. He sent a vinyl single, which I haven't listened to. I think I opened it here on this channel a while back. I still haven't listened to it. I saw it the other day. It's blue vinyl. It's a blue flexi disc. And I haven't listened to it yet. It's got 2 singles on it that I don't think he's even posted to his Patreon. I think they're 2 exclusive tracks. You know it's good when you make that noise. When you do that sort of thing. Oh, yeah, I've got a I'm gonna try to ink as I do this. No promises. Try to look something up. I'm getting something soon that in the mail that I want to show off on this channel. I've been waiting for it for a long time, so. Come on. just want to see if it's giving me any updates. Oh. It's in Chicago. It made it from Texas to Chicago today. I'm over here in the suburbs of said city. Where are you? Over here, I said. Over where? I just made you say over where. It was a cold one today. I don't know what it's like right now, but last night into this morning was freezing. So we're gonna fake in these. Just doing some like patchwork tiles. How was I doing this before? It was like I had to do a trimmer hand, like Charles M. Schultz. I said, God forgive me, but no, his lines are iconic, aren't they? I'm not pulling them off as. I just did it. Take a shot. My glasses hit the old camera, the old looking lens, as they say. Yeesh. I'm not loving it. to distinguish these a little bit. These dividery lines. There we go. Okay, just wanted to separate that from the flow back here. We'll just muck up this floor a tad. Just a smidge. Smudge it a smidge. I'm going to ding up this wall separately. Even details like that, those little nick lines, whenever I do details on a surface, you just go with the surface. I don't know. You guys are like, you didn't do anything. Those aren't even details. Okay. Okay, so boss is yelling over the PA. Bonehead! Sorry. Gee, Bonehead. It was nice knowing you. I don't know what he says. I have my script buried right over there. I brought it into the room a while back so I could look it up as needed as I do these pages. And I have not looked at it once since. Oh, I should set an alarm for myself. Just so I know when to hop off, because I have a tight out. A hard out. Is that what I meant to say? So I'm going to say 9:45. I'm going to wrap it up. It is currently 7:55. So 2 hours. I usually pull off a page in about 2 hours. I find. Maybe 2.5. So we'll see. A weird thing about all my main protagonist characters in Bonehead's world, it wasn't intentional at all, but none of them have pupils. So there's Bonehead here, no pupils, not a pupil to his name. Then we have his buddy Mort, no pupils, just scary empty yellow eyes. I didn't realize I was off screen some more. Okay. Mort. Just empty yellow demon eyes. And Petunia, Bonehead's girlfriend, she just has black circles for eyes. She's a ghost. And there's another character who isn't entirely a protagonist in this. Well, we'll meet Billy. We'll meet Billy. So yesterday, I on the stream, I taste tested. At the top of it, I taste tested the old, the new Reese's Big Cup with potato chip in it. So if you want to see me try some of that, it's just a big Reese's with potato chips stuck in it. No. They're just being... They're trying to stay current with all the current food trends, culinary trends. That's not a trend. But maybe it will be. No, I don't think so. It was interesting. I'm still waiting for the potato chip with beef in it. I mean the Reese's cup with beef in it. Yeah, beef cup. Usually make his arms straighter than this. Beef cup. Break me off a bit of that beef cup. I was like, be confident. I was not at a good angle though. You gotta make sure you have a good angle before you go pulling off confidence. Before you can pull off a confident line, you need to be in a confident position to do such things. So his hand, I want to push, when I ink his hand, I want to push it down a little bit because it's too close to that line I just did. So that'll be a tangent if I let it... Now I'm also worried about a tangent here. I'm going to bring this up. I'll white that little mark out. Beef cup, FTW? Question mark? If you would eat beef cup, leave a comment. Leave a comment if you need beef cup in your life. That's a peanut butter cup with beef all up in it. Beef up your beef cup. You know what I realized? I gotta put my brother in the link list down below. Because he's provided he's provided more content on this show than any other person I've talked to that's on that list. And heck, he's probably provided more entertainment on this little program of mine than me. Oh man, you gotta see Liam entertain though. Like meaningful. Like you get him on a stage, or you get him. I don't know. Like, yeah, if you're on TikTok, which I am not, but I've seen one of his TikToks. I showed it on this show a while back. If you're on TikTok, LEEUHM. He just started it, but I think that's what he. I think that's totally his avenue. He's also got a SoundCloud, I believe, also LEEUHM. I believe, where he's got music that he makes. He puts together some nutty tracks. It's weird, like some of his stuff, it's like the simplest beat, or like just a loop, like a short loop, but he'll have like 12 or more, I don't know. He just has dozens of layers of vocals all playing off each other, where he sent me a track one time that he was working on, and it was only half crafted. So like a minute or so in, all the vocals cut out, and it was just this loop for another 2 minutes. And I was like, wait a minute, is that the only instrumentation under the whole thing? I listened back, and yeah, it was just this simple loop, and all the other instrumentation was his vocals. And it's so wild and complex. It's like he's just singing in a bed of his own vocals. It's cool. He's interesting, my bro. My brother. One day I'll get I'll look into getting this channel set up proper. I'm gonna start doing proper streams with him on screen. Okay. Dang, no point. Get it tighter for these corks. So Bonehead is a flask corker. He corks these flasks all day. There we go. I think that's what I need. Yeah, if you do check out Liam, whose name is actually spelled Liam, like normal. Oh, somebody's home. Somebody's home. Both my roommates are home. Both just separately pulled into the driveway. Oh yeah, that was something I was going to say. Recently our garage door broke, and we haven't been able to use it. A spring snapped. The guy came out and fixed it yesterday. It was only like $200. We were worried it was going to be way more. In fact, the same thing. Oh, what did I say? What did I say? I meant to make his hand lower. We want a bigger gap. What? What? I was just using that one. Come on. Come on, man. It's my impression of a cat lady. Like a lady who is part cat. Come on, meow. And I'm gonna push it a little farther. Little further. What does he say? Little farther. Little farther. Trying to do what's his name? Squints on Sandlot. That was a movie I liked. I remember there were a few. So I was never a sports kid at all. But I remember there were a bunch of baseball movies I really liked growing up. I thought it was funny how like baseball seems to make good entertainment, even though I had no interest in baseball. Like I really liked. I liked Sandlot was my favorite. I feel like there's another one, but Angels in the Outfield I liked. And I feel there's another one. I don't know what it was though. It wasn't there a Rick Moranis one, which I don't remember. But, Little Giants was that the Rick Moranis one? But no, there's something else. And like the baseball episode of The Simpsons. What's that one called? I really liked that. I forget, there were a handful of things, right? Where I was like, baseball makes for a good story, I guess. Was my conclusion as a kid. I was like, even though I don't like baseball. Even though it's hardly baseball that's being played in the Sandlot. You know, they're mostly just trying to get that ball. That's such a fun movie. I haven't seen that in forever. Basketball I really liked. I just like those South Park guys. They're nuts. Yeah, I yesterday when I was on stream, my roommate, he sent me a link to a trailer for the new South Park thing. I forget what it's called. The new thing coming out, which I mentioned I was like, oh, I'm excited. But then I watched it, and it's like it takes place in the future when the kids are older, so they're adults. And Randy Marsh is like an old man. But it's only going to be streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus, which is like PU. But I think they're going to be doing a lot of that actually. They just signed some like astronomical deal where they're going to make like a whole bunch of like I think hour long specials or something like that. I had a split in my brush. I was trying to press on and brave it, but then it did that line right where I wanted it to not do that line. What the heck? Give. There we go. That might have been the problem with my my other one too. Is there was some like white crusty over the tip of the pen. Those are my Sakura jelly roll pens for white. Let's see now. Spending a lot more time on this than I anticipated. This end of the page. Thought I'd be on to the next one by now. I've been on in an hour. Time flies when you can't go fast enough. Okay. How confident are these lines? Sometimes I'll wonder. Why, wonder why? Why? She ran away, and I wonder when she will stay. My little runaway, run away. Heard a new Earthworm Jim TV series was announced. There's a little Doug DeNapel isn't involved. My boy Doug DeNapel is not involved, and they made that very clear very quickly, which annoys me. Also annoying me is Jim's voice, which just sounds like, every adult on the new Rugrats, every adult male on the new Rugrats. Yeah, we'll call it adult Rugrats too. But it's like, why does every male character have to sound the same these days? No personality in their voice. Like, maybe it'll work. It looks what they show looks cool. It's hard to say though, And I'm sure Doug made something off that going to series. I don't know, actually. I know the contract he has, he only... Yeah, because I don't think he fully owns Earthworm Jim. I think the contract he's under, he only has the rights to do graphic novels and to write and draw the graphic novels and sell them and do whatever he wants with the property on that front. But maybe he, I'm sure when he first made that contract with Interplay, he got something out of that deal, but and then we'll see no profits on the show itself. Yeah, because I remember him talking about the nature of that a while back when he first started doing the graphic novels. Also, he's been buried deep in the political videos for I want to say 2 years now. All of 2020, almost all of 2021. Does that sound right? No. Well, he has been doing them for about that long, but he kind of, like, I think it was midway through 2020, he put out Earthworm Jim 2, but then we haven't gotten anything as far as comic art, or he's been immersed in the political videos and NFT stuff ever since. But he's wrapping up that NFT project this week, so he'll be going back to presumably he'll be going back to his, he had a couple animation projects on his plate, as well as was working on Bigfoot Bill 3, which I am just dying for. After the second one came out, Bigfoot Bill 2, and the expanded Bigfoot Bill 1, man, I need me some more I should clean this up. I need me some more Bigfoot Bill. More so than Earthworm Jim. So next one he's putting out is Bigfoot Bill 3. And then he'll start working on Earthworm Jim 3. But and Earthworm Jim 1 was really good, which is not to say Earthworm Jim 2 wasn't, but I was not as floored by the end of Earthworm Jim 2 as I was Bigfoot Bill 2. That was just exciting. That thing is like a soap opera. He's going nuts on Bigfoot Bill. And when that campaign he's doing, I know he's going to do a separate thing first, though, because he's, in addition to everything else, those campaigns, besides Bigfoot Bill and Earthworm Jim, he is allegedly first putting out an Indiegogo campaign for an expanded colored version of Earth Boy Jacobus, which he put out, I don't know, 10 years ago or something. Probably longer than that, 15 years ago. Which I think is his thickest book to date. It's one of his favorites. He's always talked about how it was one of his favorites. Now, the first act of it, I was really blown away with. And then after that, it didn't grab me as much. Kind of like Fahrenheit 451, though I never finished Fahrenheit 451 in all fairness. Fahrenheitness. But yeah, I loved the beginning of Fahrenheit 451. But then it wasn't the same after that. Of course, I don't know. Maybe someday I'll go back to it. I was listening to that book, though I have a physical copy of it as well. I'll get back into that one someday. I still have just a sliver of Screw Tape Letters to finish. And then I think I'm going to read The Time Machine Did It by John Swartzwelder of The Simpsons. And then I'm going to read Flatland. And then maybe I don't know. Also, I have Lord of the Flies, which I bought a while back, but I've never read it. You know what I really liked? So the most recent books I've finished, which were a while back, I reread, after reading it in high school, I reread Flowers for Algernon a few years ago, and I love that book dearly. I think that's a wonderful book. I feel like there's a lot of big ideas going on in that book. I also liked One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. The book and the movie, which I both I checked those both out. Well, I think I read one. I think I read the book maybe a year or maybe 2 years ago, and then I finally saw the movie last year. I think the book's better. But they're both really good. Okay. Okay, so we're done with this page. I keep going to cap my brush with my whiteout pen. Yeah. Okay. Now, the big kahuna. The big kahuna, bro. Okay. Now the panels I do with Copic multiliner, size 0.5. Though I might need to get a thicker one. I think it doesn't go as thick as I either originally used to be able to get it, or as thick as I actually try to get it. One or the other. I'm gonna bring this in a little closer so I was really in danger of knocking my head into it. Yeah, this camera is totally in my way, but we are surviving. I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, etc. And so on in that fashion. Uh-huh. Oh dear. Ah. That's right. I intend to have a cigar on Thanksgiving. Oh, I see where I left it. Okay. Yesterday I mentioned that on the stream, and I was looking where I last left it. I didn't see it. It's under my Bonehead script. I see it now. I can see clearly now. The drugs wore off. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I intend to have a cigar on Thanksgiving. Yeah, the one in this room here is it's in a black baggie that I got from the cigar lounge on my birthday. Yeah, never mind. But let's see. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but I'm reminded that it's going to be probably super duper chilly on Thanksgiving. But my dad was just showing off some wicked garage heater. I went full Boston on you right there. Out of nowhere. He was just showing off some garage heater. So I think that's what's going to be going on. I think I'm going to be having a cigar in my parents' garage on Thanksgiving. I could really go for a beef cup right now. Never forget beef cup. Beef cup forever. And ever. I don't know. I think that's The Simpsons, but like, they're like, I think it's Reverend Lovejoy reading the Bible in church, and he's like forever, and turns the page, ever. That's my idea of a joke. That's good. That is my sense of humor for sure. I might be confusing that with something else, but I'm pretty sure that's where that comes from in my head. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be as consistently thick as it used to be. And this is a newer one, too. And I just replaced the ink in it, so. Oh, I heard the new I was talking about this a while back. I heard the new Ghostbusters was really good. And I am excited because it looked really good. You know, Ghostbusters was never all that precious to me, but I was really excited when I first saw the trailer for the new one. I forget what it's called. Ghostbusters Revisited. Ghostbusters Dusted Off. Ghostbusters Sans Egon. I never saw the other one. The Lovely Ladies edition. Ghostbusters. Never saw it, but I heard at least 3 dozen bad reviews of it. So I don't think I'll check it out. I don't think I'll check it out. Here, let me get my jacked up one. Maybe that one works better. I have one with a jacked up tip. Yeah, this is it. Which I think actually lays down the ink a little better. Well, but that line didn't even happen, so maybe I'm wrong. You know what? I think it's out of ink. I think I have another ink fill for these somewhere. Yes. Score! Okay, so we're gonna bust out the back end, bite it out with my teeth. I wasn't using my teeth anyway. Pop that sucker in. The mouth. Pop that sucker in the mouth. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. As Luigi once said, oh yeah. Yeah. Let's go over this one too. Prove it. This jacked up one works better for me. Oh yeah. Whatever he whistles. My nephew, my 5-year-old nephew, is really into Luigi's Mansion and Mario. Lately, he's always drawing him too. He's doing pretty good. He's drawing about how well I drew when I was his age, which is awesome. In fact, his parents, my brother and his fiance, they were just asking if I ever used to get really upset if I didn't draw stuff right. And they're asking me and my parents. It was a big group chat. And I was like, no, that doesn't sound like I guess if he doesn't draw Mario just right, he like starts throwing a little temper tantrum. I was like, that actually sounds more like my brother, his dad, when like he was playing video games and it wasn't going his way. He'd be like, the game cheated, and he'd throw the control across the room. Something off. Oh, I missed some vertical lines. Thought I did them. Hence moving on. I thought I did them. I don't know what he whistles. I can't remember. I keep thinking it's popping into my head, but I don't got it. I don't got it. You know who would know? The Luigi thing. Whistle from Luigi's Mansion. Besides my 5-year-old nephew. My brother Liam. Because that's another thing that he really gets into. Actually, him and his girlfriend for Halloween were... His girlfriend was Luigi. And my brother Liam was Gooigi. Which I guess is a goo version of Luigi in the new Luigi's Mansion, which I'm not familiar with. Okay, this page is called like a mug. As they say. So let's get that off the old desk. I'm gonna get. I'll leave my white pens there. I knocked off the cap for this somewhere. I just saw it. There it is. I'm gonna save it just in case. Okay, now back to inking like a man with the inking brush. Soak it in ink. Ease my brush out a little bit. Yes, yes. Now that's a pointy brush. Oh, I don't want my big old ugly face in the shot. It's 9 o'clock. So I'm going for about 45 minutes longer. Then I gotta scram. And I'll be back tomorrow. Oh. Let's see. This is like the indicator, the level indicator on the, I don't know what you call it. Like, I'm gonna call it a level indicator on the elevator. Mm-hmm. This one, I don't know what it looks like. I mean, what I'm about to say. This one reminds me of the elevator in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, although I don't know what that one looks like. Okay. I guess there are 5 floors to the Cruxworks Poison Factory. 6 if you include the basement. Which is where our hero is headed. So The boss is expecting company today. And he doesn't want Bonehead making him look bad. So he's kind of condemning him to the basement for the day. Stop it. Stop. You're hurting me. Stop that. You're hurting me, says Daffy Duck. You're just an angel of God. Stop that. You're hurting me. Wish I could do a better Daffy Duck. But I can't. Okay. Oh, I meant to also use my Copic multiliner for that snort a couple panels over. Yeah, that big rhino nose. Going. I made up Boris for this book. I wanted a rhino character. I needed a security guard, and I was like, well, everybody in Bonehead is something, you know? Like, all the characters in Necropolis are something. And I was trying to think of what. I was like, what kind of character do I really want to see in this book? And I've always had an affinity for rhinos. I was like, that's I think that's what the kid, like, I think that's what me as a kid would have most liked to see. And that is kind of what I think about a lot when coming up with these characters. Like, what's a character I would have liked as a kid? And also, I have like a it's probably like a 1.5 high, maybe 2.5 feet wide statue in my kitchen uh, of a rhino that I named Boris. It looks like a realistic rhino, but it's, as far as rhinos go, it looks like a small one, a really small one. But it's a fairly large statue. It's pretty cool, and it's like in this nook. at the top of my kitchen. My house has all these like little like nooks built into the upper parts of the rooms. Like there's one above my. It's like just built into the drywall. It's like just a little like kind of a cubby hole, large cubby holes. There's one above the laundry. There's one outside this room here. That is above like a linen closet. There's one above the toilet, the upstairs toilet. This bathroom right outside this room. And then there's one in the kitchen whereupon my rhinoboreus sits. It's like a perfect cubby hole for him to be like displayed and not in danger of getting knocked over by a cat or something. Whoop. Speaking of knocked over, I think that happened on the last stream too. My ruler fell over and sounded like a sword being drawn on me. I'm looking over a three-leaf clover. Did I overlook between? How's it go? I'm looking over a four-leaf clover that I overlooked before. One is the sunshine, the second is rain, third is the roses that bloom in the lane. No need explaining, the one remaining is somebody I adore. I'm looking over a four-leaf clover that I overlooked before. Now I'm just singing a bunch of Looney Tunes staples. Okay. I need this tighter. I need this brush tighter. Let's see. This might do it. Lobby. LB, 1 pound, 54,321 pounds. Oh, 7 floors. I didn't count the lobby before. Okay, there's panel 1. And it only took me an hour and 48 minutes. These buttons. Just a raft of buttons. Ah, man. Looking a little slanty on that one. Backstage, behind the curtain, there's an armchair with the secret panel. You climb in and get naked watching star blazers. Wish you had no pain again. I forget how the song goes exactly. You shoot off your heroin. I think I'm singing it wrong. I need that's one of my favorite bands is Marcy Playground, who are famous for the Sex and Candy song. Sex and Candy in the 90s. That's their hit. But I like all their music. They are good. Open close button. In one big blast from, in one big shot from, in one big blast from the wave motion gun. I guess wave motion gun was some anime. I think I've heard it was a good one. I don't know nothing about none of that though. Okay, okay. There's that panel. Raft of buttons. Okay, moody eye. Let's see. Moody eye. Moody rhino eye. Moody rhino eye. Happy baboon you. Happy baboon you. Okay. Now where does the head end? I think not there. I think it's this line. I'll do that. We're at 2 hours for this video. Okay. I think that'll do that one. Oh yeah. Let me do this before I don't. I didn't realize when I did the panels that this word breaks the panel. See how that T goes through it? I should have left a gap in the panel there. Snort. Okay. Add a bit of weight. Uh-huh. Rhino horn. Look at that sucker. That's intimidating. He's ferocious. Great googling moogly is he ferocious. Okay. Oh man, that breaks it too. I was not paying attention. This nostril is the object that is snorting. So it's gotta be shown. Uh-huh. Okay. How does that look? I'll allow it. Okay. So I got about 15 minutes before I end this stream. Let's see what I can pull off. Tell I'm like zoning in now. Okay. Here's Bonehead. Looking like what's gonna happen? I can tell my brush is starting to get fatigued, which usually happens around 2 hours. It's getting harder to draw with. Or I keep having to re-dip it and tighten it back up. Like more frequently. So I have some water in a little container here. I think I'm gonna it's all black inky water, but I'll kind of wash my brush out a little bit. Soak all the old kind of dried up ink out of it. Okay. Make it a little more manageable. Then I re-dip. Make sure it's not making the ink gray with the water. I usually bring it out with my fingers to get all the water out, and then I dip it. Tighten it. It's a lot softer now. It was getting real springy and stiff. When it gets like that, you really gotta like wrestle with it to get the lines you want. I wanna sink to the bottom with you. I wanna sink to the bottom. The ocean is big and it's blue, or something like that. I wanna sink to the bottom with you. It's another good song off that Fountains of Wayne album that also has Hackensack. I don't know if I ever listened to the full album, but that was my takeaway when I started. I listened to most of it a long time ago, and my takeaway was I like that Sink to the Bottom song and Hackensack. I wanna sink to the bottom with you. Okay. Oh, it's slow going. I'm tired. Oh, I just realized tomorrow's the day my buddies come out. One of them's not getting out till like midnight or something, so I won't see him tomorrow. I don't know if I'll end up seeing Ben tomorrow. He might just be hanging out with his family. If I can, though, I'm going to see somehow or another. I'm going to see somehow or another, if I can, I'm going to go see him. Oh, and it's that time. Okay. I do have to scram. So I will bid you adieu. I gotta go wash my brush. Let's see, what's the smart way to... I'm gonna turn it this way, because I always turn it the wrong way, and it comes off at the last second of the show and kind of messes up my flow. But I will try to be on tomorrow to finish this page. If I'm not, just know it's because I went and met my buddy for the brief amount of time I had to spare tomorrow. Also, I will surely, at some point or another tomorrow, maybe tomorrow morning, post this drawing. Maybe try and get another one in. Again, all things depending. But until then, like, subscribe, hit the bell, whack donkey. Check out the links in the description to my Instagram and Twitter, where I have plenty of character drawings. I'm going to try and bump up the quality on that. I mean, not that it's... I just feel like I've been in a bit of a lull lately on it. But, so I've got some good stuff on there recently. Yeah, sure I do. But I'm trying to kick it up a notch. Quality and quantity. All right. Bye, everybody. I love you. And also, I love your enemies. I love your enemies. I love your allies. I love mean people. I love nice people. I love cats. I love dogs. I love canaries. I love all the beasts of the ocean. I love mines. I love tuba players. I love ghosts. I love rats. I love snakes. I love the fowl of the air. I love everybody. That's all. But I don't love politicians.